Welcome back to Awful Movie Reviews.
Don't talk rubbish, boy. This is not the place, nor the time.
Do you guys remember when I said that Devilfish may just be the worst Jaws ripoff that I've ever seen? Well, we're looking at Cruel Jaws, and this is equally an awful movie.
You have my word on that.
A series of strange and brutal deaths occur around a small town beach in Florida, and the culprit is none other than... The greedy mayor of the town doesn't want to shut down the annual town festival, which leads to tons of bloodshed. And that's when our so-called heroes go out on a fishing boat to kill the man-eating shark. Sounds familiar, right? Well, yes, because it's literally the Jaws storyline that has been recycled. They just replaced the famous actors with incompetent boobs and added in a small mafia-like conspiracy subplot to it. But getting back to the acting, it's really awful. And I mean awful with a capital A.
Well, I can't say anything until I take a look at it, friends.
Especially this kid.
Hey, Billy!
How you doing, Sheriff?
Good. How's your research going?
Pretty good. This winter I'm sailing on the Cutty Shark.
The Cutty Shark.
That's right, that floating madhouse for fish freaks.
Jeez. I wonder if some of these guys even went to acting school for this. And none of the characters are likable anyways, nor original. They are all as cliched as it gets. Hot women in bikinis? Check. Muscular yet brainless men who only think about banging all day? Check. An evil and corrupt mayor who goes around chewing an unlit cigar during the whole movie? Check. The only character that could maybe be considered slightly memorable is the sheriff of the town, but he winds up getting torn to pieces in the middle of the movie and is never ever mentioned again. What the hell was that? And that! You know, I bet that Cruel Jaws could have been wrapped up in like a half an hour if the characters weren't doing stupid stuff all the time. Also, the underwater cinematography isn't good. Most of the time it's pretty blurry. But above all, these aspects that make this movie extremely silly, what I hated the most about this stinker is that it has no shame. This could have easily just been considered a low-budget remake of Jaws. Yeah, exactly. This is like a poor man's Jaws. But not really even, because there are tons of other B-movies that resemble Jaws, but aren't this bad. At least in Devilfish, which is a terrible film, but they changed up the monster and added some extra backstory to it. But here, the filmmakers weren't even trying. And why does it sometimes feel like I'm watching several movies at once? Well, that's because, to my biggest surprise, most of the shark scenes weren't actually made for the movie itself, but were actually recycled scenes from the 4 Jaws films, and they also added some extra scenes from other shark movies like Deep Blood and Great White. You can definitely see that the camera quality is clearly older and not the same. Were they that lazy? And at one point, they even heavily imitate the original Jaws score. And of course, to top it all off, it was mostly released under the title Jaws 5. How did they not get sued for that, though? This movie has got no connection whatsoever with the famous Jaws franchise. But this isn't the first time that Italian director Bruno Mattei has done that. He had previously done the same thing in 1989 when he released the sci-fi pick Shocking Dark as, get ready for it, Terminator 2. In fact, director Mattei made the movie under the pseudonym William Snyder, probably because even he was ashamed of being associated with this monstrosity. So, what can I finally say about Jaws? Cruel Jaws. Well, the laziness levels are off the charts. It's really uninspired and it's just ridiculous. Good thing that this was direct to DVD and was released into obscurity, because that means that, thank God, not that many people actually watched this. What an awful movie.